Hello, Savannah and the surrounding area. It's Tuesday, the 16th of June. And the year, if you've forgotten, is still 2020. I know that's hard to remember sometimes, but I'll be here to remind you every day what year it is. So I'll tell you what, it's strange. The weather is cool outside. It doesn't feel like summer yet, so we're trying to make our way into summer. I think I'm feeling fallish right now. That's what I'm feeling. I'm not feeling summery at all. But tell me how you're feeling if you're out there watching. I don't know that you are. And what is going on with my eyes? I look so introspective. Anyway. Today we have on the show a very wonderful person, a wonderful singer, a local talent that if you have not heard her, go somewhere and hear her. Okay? Do it now. Oh, wait, she's going to be here. So maybe just stay here and we can hear her here. Okay, I'm just going to go with it. Ladies and gentlemen, Laiken M. Williams.
Hello, everybody. How are you, Chris?
I'm very good. I should have introduced you as Laiken Love.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You know, on checks, I'm Laiken M. Williams, and on stage, I'm Laiken Love.
There you go. So so on stage, I'm actually Emmanuel Sanchez. Not a lot of people know that.
Oh, nice. That's a very sexy name.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. So. Today is Tuesday, and it is cool outside. And how have you been enjoying your day today?
Well, I have been working most of the day, and I've been talking with guests at Lexus and everything, and enjoying the weather somewhat from inside the glass. And it's been cool. You know, I during this whole COVID thing, I feel like the same day keeps repeating. So I don't know what day it is anymore. I don't know what week we're in, or I just like, oh, I have a gig this weekend. Okay, we're going some places with this.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're getting gigs. That's awesome.
Yes, slowly. So it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. And speaking of it being the same day, I do believe that someone did contact Bill Murray and suggested that he do COVID Day, which is the sequel to Groundhog Day.
That would be awesome. We all need that, and we all can really relate more.
Exactly. So speaking of performance, I guess when this started, did you have some gigs lined up and then they just went away?
Yes, I have had about 13, 14 weddings reschedule or cancel because of either I was already booked at that date that they rechose or what have you. And then probably about 30, probably total of 30, 40 gigs have been canceled.
Wow.
Within like 3 months.
Wow.
Craziness.
Yes. This is
it was a downtime that was needed, even though it wasn't on my own time. I did get some time to get some rest and catch up, and now I'm like itching to get back out there.
Yeah. We're all itching.
Yes, we are all itching.
So you had a gig this past weekend?
Yes, this past weekend I was at Lexus of Chatham Parkway. We did we call it the Lexus Power Hour. So I perform for an hour. We do live virtual raffles for those who share the posts to get it going through Facebook. And this weekend we'll be at Hilton Head Lexus performing the same thing. So just different little trinkets we give away just to let the either Lexus customers or potential customers or those who want to know about the Lexus brand know more about us. And it's just a way of giving back and letting everyone know, hey, we know it's difficult times, but here's a little musical reprieve to get you through.
That's nice. So what type of music do you generally play at the Lexus events?
Lexus events, they usually ask us to do, more patriotic music sprinkled in between, but we do just the normal stuff that we do, like a little pop, a little funk, a little jazz, a little soul, and those type of things, just things to make people feel good. I don't want to do anything depressing because it's kind of hard being stuck at home, not seeing someone in person or being able to give those hugs. And I just want to provide that homeliness, the getaway from their four walls of their screens.
So you say we, is there somebody else playing with you?
Usually I have Eric Jones playing with me.
Eric Jones.
Yes,
nice.
Eric. I love Eric. But Eric wasn't with me last week. I had Jonathan Lovett. He's out of Charleston. And I think Jonathan will be with me again. But Eric will be with me this Friday because we're playing next door at Step One Automotive at the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They are doing a food truck for local, they call it local heroes. And there are free meals for all healthcare professionals, first responders, police, and that I'm not sure who what food truck will be there, but usually that's their way next door of giving back to the community as well.
I see. I'm going to give you, I'm just going to take a second here to reset my internet because I seem to be having an issue. So bear with me one second. I may drop out for a second, but I'll be right back.
Alrighty, I'll be here.
Okay.
So I guess screen froze at a nice smile, so it's just like a little pause for the callers. Yes, you know. My dog is trying to be a part of the show as well. No, you can't come up. You can't come up. All right, I'll let you out.
Dude, here I am. I'm back.
There you are.
Yes. I don't know what it is. I've had so many issues the past week and a half. I'm really Comcast.
AT&T on my end. My dog decided to join the show as well.
Oh. Well, what is your dog's name?
This is Chanel. She is a Jack Russell. Let me see. Oh, she's a Jack Russell Chihuahua. She is 10. She's an old lady.
Oh, poor old lady.
And she likes to be nosy when people are talking. So she was like, "Let's pick me up."
She listens in. My goodness.
She does.
So I'm thinking back to a mutual friend of ours who I think you did a concert with not too long ago. And this mutual friend happened to leave our fair town of Savannah, unfortunately. But there was a country night, right?
Yes. We did Women of Country at Victory North with Gretchen Stelzer.
Gretchen Stelzer, yes.
Yes. And Gretchen will be back at the end of the month. We are going to do a reprise of our country show at the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Chatham Parkway on the 28th of this month. So she's actually happy to be flying back in town, and we're gonna do a pretty much a trio because Eric's gonna play and we're just singing. So it's not the full band, but we're gonna be together again.
So that's on the 28th. That's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. It will be around. It's either 2 or 4 o'clock. I have to get back to you on that one.
Okay. So everybody who loves Laiken Love.
Yes.
And everybody who misses.
That doubted me that thought I didn't sing country.
Exactly.
Special show.
And all those folks that miss Gretchen Stelzer, myself included, will have to come out there.
Yes, which she'll be as things start adjusting at Savannah Theater opens back up. I believe she's going to like travel back and forth for a few shows.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. And
yeah.
Fingers
crossed. We miss you, Gretchen, if you're tuned in. We really miss you.
We do. I think Ryan McCurdy was watching at some point. Well, thank you,
Ryan.
Appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah. So in general, how is this? I know that you've lost some work, but you've also been able to pick up some more work at Lexus. In general, how has this been treating you?
To me, I'm like in the middle of the road. I planned and I was like, oh man, the summer's coming. 2020 is going to be slammed and I'm going to take some time off for the summer. Well, summer became spring, and and work has filled up for the summer as things started to open back up. At first, I think that first week it was just an initial shock, and I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen, and you just see money flying out the window. But then you're like, there's people, it's affecting everybody. I can't just think about myself, but you do check in on friends. I checked in on the band, I checked in on everybody, and everybody's checked in on me, and we got through it. We have time to be creative. While I was sitting here, I wrote a song called Wash Your Hands with Eric and Robert Saunders, Mark Chesnell, and we had DJ basically on the track. And it's just a song that I wrote to encourage kids to keep their hands washed during this time, because I know it's hard for them not being able to see their friends, but also we don't want the virus to spread and affect anyone. So the basis of the song is getting them to wash their hands for at least 20 seconds.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
And it's not happy birthday, is it?
No, it's not happy birthday. It's a little funkier than happy birthday. And the music festival, they have taken on the song and introduced it into their Musical Explorers educational platforms as well. So the kids are hearing it, and we made a collective Zoom video of different people dancing, and they stitched it together.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your history. Where did you first decide that you were going to pursue singing?
Oh my goodness. Well, I come from a very small town in Coffee County, Georgia, called Nichols, Georgia. Our population is 1,200 people, one red light. So growing up, literally when we moved into our house, we had a cow in our backyard that just kind of wandered off and found its way to our backyard. But grew up Baptist and singing in the church. My whole family sings in the church setting. And I've always done chorus. I've been very shy all my life. So there's one side of me. Laiken Love is the more extroverted part, but Laiken Williams is the more introverted person. Yeah. And I love choir. Wouldn't sing a solo. My first solo was 8th grade. I literally thought I was going to die. Did more in high school, college. Liquid Courage came about, so I gathered up the strength to be a karaoke rock star at McDonough's. And finally, a group of friends was like, Laiken, you can't do this anymore. And I was like, what do you mean? I love singing. I'm not a singer. This is not for me to do. And they're like, no, you're going to go to open mics. So they pushed me to go to open mics. They made sure they showed up, which made sure I showed up. And from there, I just started moving around the ranks. And finally, one day, I was like, I'm going to start my own band. I had been doing open mics for a while and guest featuring with other bands. And I just gave it a shot. And it was a lot of work. It was a lot of stress. It was a lot of time, a lot of doors closed. And here I am.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I was about to say something, and then you were about to say something, and this happens a lot. So I'll let you say something.
Oh, no, I was just saying, during this whole time, when the recession hit in 2009, I was working for a furniture store, and then I went to work for a pharmacy. And I stopped karaokeing for a while, but it was something, the music was missing in my life. So that's when I joined the Savannah Philharmonic, and I joined the chorus.
Oh, yeah.
And went off from there, and kind of the Philharmonic I kind of give props to for giving us that lift, because they had a fundraiser and one of the bands wasn't able to do it, and I was like, well, my band could do it. My band was really fresh, and we did it. We had our jazz tunes together, then we turned into a whole out dance party, and we probably did their fundraiser for about 3 or 4 more years before they stopped doing that fundraiser. So pretty much, it was just, I was just a social person who just ended up to go places. So yeah, it's pretty much how we got started.
Yeah. So Laiken Love, and then the name of the band all together is called?
It's Laiken Love and Fellowship of Love.
Fellowship of Love. I knew
Fellowship
that.
of Love. Yeah, I used so many musicians. It was kind of hard. I was like, I don't know what to call the name of the band. And finally, one bar gave us a chance, which is the old Siciliano's on Whitmarsh. And I was just going as Laiken Love, and finally I was like, I had 2 guys with me. I was like, oh, it's a good fellowship. I was like, fellowship. Fellowship of love.
Love it.
So it's been great. It's been a lot of fun. It's been great being an ambassador to Savannah, because most people, come to see us and they know who we are, or whatever, whatever group I play with, they get a whole sense of Savannah and always come back and remember us. So it's been very humbling.
Yeah, that's great. So you consider Savannah your home now?
Savannah is my home. I moved here in 2004. I went to college at Armstrong. I studied political science. Then I became a college dropout. When I got into politics, I was like, oh, I want to, I'm all for the change in the world and for the better up to, to better us all. And then you realize it's all about money. And
yeah.
And who's right, who's wrong on either side. And I was like, yeah, that's not where I want to go.
That's not you.
No, it's not me. I ride the fine line. I like to make everybody happy.
Yeah. We are people pleasers, aren't we?
Yes, every day.
Wow. So your hometown.
Yes.
1,200 people. About 1,200 people.
Mm-hmm. We have a small little downtown. I was giving a friend, I was like, I'm just going to give you a little visual tour. I was like, you get into the town, there's more churches, are the most buildings in the city, in my town. And you have there was a little bank that used to be across the tracks of part of downtown. And then now that bank moved up to the main street, which the bank is now gone, and it's a meat market now.
Oh, okay.
So you have a Dollar General, then you have a Family Dollar, came years later after I moved to Savannah.
Always.
Yeah, and then there's the IGA, and the guy who ran the IGA was also the volunteer fireman. So whenever there's a fire, he would leave IGA, walk across the street, and get in the fire truck and take off till the county responders show up. And then we had a tiny library, probably around 800 square feet. I'm pretty sure I've read every book in there. And we had a tiny little jail, which was probably like 500 square feet, which had, I don't know, I think it had like 2 cells in it, but they take everybody to the county. And we had a maximum security prison, which is a privatized prison that's now gone, and it's the county jail.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned
for rodeos and livestock shows.
Oh, wow. Well, you mentioned Dollar General and Family Dollar, and I think you can walk into any small town in any southern Georgia, yes. And you'll find those two, and maybe just those two.
Just those two.
Yeah.
I remember, I think I was in middle school when we got the Family Dollar, and that was like a big thing because, you have to travel 20 minutes away to go to Walmart. Any major grocery store, to go buy clothes, you still have to travel like 20 something minutes to Douglas, Georgia. And we were just, everybody knows everybody. You're related to everybody. And I was like, yeah, I gotta get up out of here. I counted down, and then I graduated May. By August, I was in Savannah, and I have been here ever since.
Wow. Did you have family in Savannah when you moved here?
My aunt lives probably like 2 blocks away from me on my dad's side, but she's very introverted. She works a lot. She's a chemist, and I see her time to time, which I need to go pick some wine up from her that my uncle makes. And
wait, okay, so your aunt is a chemist.
Yes.
But your uncle makes the wine.
Her brother, but my uncle is in Backslid.
Okay.
So he makes his own wine of different stuff. Either he grows like the muscadine or scuppernong grapes, and sometimes he'll barter with people to get different fruits and stuff, and then he'll make his own wine, which is really good.
Okay, so this is my mom. She says she's watching, but she can't hear because she's at a Cracker Barrel.
Tell her to enjoy some biscuits and gravy for me.
Oh my gosh, Mom.
She needs some headphones.
Yeah, exactly. Put some headphones on.
Yeah, put the headphones on. She can enjoy the show. Hi, Chris's mom.
Hi, and this Karen Short McCurdy. How are you, Karen?
Hi, Miss
Yes.
Karen.
She saw she. Wait,
Yes.
did you meet me in February? Or did you meet Laiken in February?
I met her in February.
Okay.
We had a long talk. Ryan's mom and dad they schooled me on butterflies, on the patterns, butterflies, and butterfly on the travels that butterflies make from Canada to Mexico, and I was just like blown away. And we had a long conversation about that.
Wow.
So she's the person you should probably have on there.
Yeah.
Ask Ryan's mom to come on and talk about the butterfly patterns.
Ryan, get your mom on there.
Yeah.
Oh, she said she doesn't have any headphones, but Mom, how did you know she said headphones if you don't have any headphones?
Mom knows.
My goodness. We love our moms. Gosh.
Yes. Oh yes.
So you're going to be traveling sometime soon for another gig. I think you mentioned that to me.
Yes. Friday we're going to be at the Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for Local Heroes Pack and Go meals, and that's 11 to 2. After that, I'm jumping on the road to go to St. Augustine. Our band's playing at Prohibition Kitchen and in St. Augustine from 6 to 9. And debating on how I feel, I may stay the night and drive back because we're going to be at Hilton Head Lexus Saturday afternoon for the Power Hour from 2 to 3. I see.
Yeah. So when you go to, I know you already know how it goes at the car dealerships and how they separate you and are safe and responsible and all that. When you go to St. Augustine, what do you expect to happen there?
They are doing about 51% occupancy.
Okay.
So they have them pretty far away from us, and they have where the stage is, it's a big dance floor. So usually everyone there will be seated somewhere within their 6-foot bubbles.
Got it. Very interesting. So yeah, I know that Governor Kemp just said that parties of 50 can now gather. So that does make it a little easier for us in the performance industry.
Right. Which we played at Collins Quarter probably like 2-3 weeks ago. And it was very nice because they had their spacing, their distancing on the patio area. And then you have the rest of the people in the park who have their own 6-foot bubbles. But it's kind of hard when you're playing fun dance music.
Yeah.
People want to dance together. You have to say, hey, keep your 6 feet.
Yeah.
Keep your 6 feet, you know?
Wait, did they leave that to you? Were you the one saying that?
Yeah, I kept saying it on the mic. Because
really?
We just want to be responsible because, someone, I don't know if Anthony wants me to say this, but a few weeks when he first started, someone reported them to the state health department.
Oh, yeah.
People weren't practicing, which, I mean, you can't just like beat people over the head, but you just encourage them to practice social distancing. But people, it's the South, it's Savannah. We all love to hug each other when we haven't seen each other in a while. It's been months, and you know, it happens, but you just have to gently remind them.
Yeah, my elbow's getting tired.
I know, right? I've come to a point now. People are like, can I hug you, please? I'm like, all right, just.
Yeah. I'll spray myself down right afterwards, but go ahead and hug.
Yes, go ahead and hug me. Get it out your system. It's okay.
Gosh, that's awesome. I saw somebody today. Someone who was on last week said they were in Manhattan last week, and they're moving to Savannah. Tegan Miller, who she was a People's Choice winner for the American Traditions vocal competition this past year.
Oh, awesome.
And she and her husband are moving here, and I got the chance to have lunch with them today, which was amazing. I mean, that we can at least do that now.
Right.
Do know that there's concern that we're going to have another spike. I don't know that we're going to see it much where we are because we're pretty much steady this whole time.
Right.
We're just naturally distant, but
well, another thing is I just believe that, I mean, it has been in Savannah longer than we think.
Yeah.
There's a wave of people that got sick around December, January, and I got sick at the end of January. And being asthmatic, to me, I was like, oh, it's just my asthma, the allergies, what have it. But I got to a point I really couldn't breathe, but I didn't really think much about it because as asthmatic, I always try to keep myself calm. And I text my doctor. I got on the steroid for 2 weeks and worked through it.
Yeah.
I think by the top of March, I was like, you know what? I feel a lot better. And I was like, well, did I have it? I don't know. I really need to, I don't know if I really want to, I believe the post test to see if you had it, but it's possible that, I could have had it.
Yeah.
Not known or been more educated on it, I guess I should say. But yes, it's definitely a weird situation for all of us.
Yeah.
And with the country slowly opening back up, there is gonna be another spike, but hopefully it's not as the mortality isn't as high as before.
Yeah, I think in general they've learned enough where they can counteract it with certain measures. There are certainly people who are always going to be more at risk with any sickness, but I'm not a medical professional. You're not a medical
Me either. And there's so much he said, she said out there, and I can't do this. I have like social distance myself from the news. I have social distance myself as much as I can on social media, but I have to, put stuff out for content for upcoming stuff. But mostly I've dug into my Netflix genre.
Yeah.
And Netflix, Hulu. I'm a horror film fanatic.
Really?
And yeah, I love that. And I've dived back into Walking Dead, and I need to start watching The Strain again, just to take my mind off into other places.
Yeah. I mean, there's people who have their voices out there that are expressing everything they need to express, negative and positive, about what's going on. The message that I just want to get across is that we're trying to keep the lights on. We still want to perform. We still want to do what we do, and we're going to do that as soon as we can. And I think it's amazing that you are able to do that now, that you're getting those chances, those opportunities, and hopefully that will shed some light for others that are looking for those opportunities. Yes,
definitely. I just say hang in there. I see Coach's Corner is back. They've had the dueling pianos the other night. They had, I think the Journey tribute band was there recently. Coach's Corner's back having guests. 5 Spot and Bella's is about to do some type of collaboration with music for their little sidewalk dining. I had someone reach out to me about Jackson Evans actually shot me a message about that. Who else? Rancho's having live music again. At Peacock, we're still waiting. I don't know what Ellie wants to do yet.
Yeah.
I think
that'd be a difficult place, I would think. It's so close. Yeah.
Yeah. Which they're back open, but it's just I think sometimes right now people are trying to get their cash flows balanced and everything, which I understand. And one thing that really grinds my gears is that people are asking bands to play for free. And I have a problem with that, because you're taking these musicians who have been stripped of everything, if they didn't work a day job, to come play for tips, which I understand it makes you the business money as well, but it's just not right,
Yeah.
Like a lot of places are like, we want to have music, but we're just trying to get ourselves balanced first before we allow, live music back in. And I completely understand that, but the bands, I'm not playing for free. Yeah,
that's when those restaurants just take the Spotify account and load that up.
Yeah, just hit the Spotify.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about. I think people don't think how much, you realize when you have a good fan base, those people come out and spend money, and then they tip you, but they're spending more money with the restaurant, and then you have thousands of dollars of gear that we're loading in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just doesn't balance out for us either. So Yes. Once you get balanced, then invite the bands back. Until then, there is Spotify. They have live concerts on there.
There you go. Sorry, you can't pay me. I'm not coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
It will be okay. We will be back.
Exactly. We'll be back. Well, Laiken, it's been wonderful to have you today. I would be remiss if I did not ask you if you had a song for us. If you don't, it's okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What do I have? I always know that somebody's going to ask me that question, but I'm like, oh, I'm dismissive about it. I'm like, oh, now I got to think of a song. It is Stand By Me.
Okay, I love that song.
Perfect. It's perfect timing.
All right, so I'm going to give you the stage. I'm going to let you sing for a moment, and I'll come back.
Okay, cool.
All right, everybody, Laiken in Love. Laiken in Love. Sorry, Laiken Love.
Oh, good. All right, yes. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Hope you all are staying safe out there and practicing your social distancing and your 6-foot bubbles and washing your hands and everything. And I'm going to sing a piece of Stand By Me. When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. And darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me, stand by me. If the sky we look upon should tumble and fall, and the mountains should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, I won't cry, oh, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. And darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
Yay. That is one of my all-time favorite songs. Oh my goodness.
Yes, such a feel-good song. Such a feel-good.
I'll tell you, I remember singing that song. Oh gosh, I was probably 11 or 12. No, I want to say I was 14 years old, and I had this buddy of mine who I talked to on the phone all the time, and we just started singing that song together on the phone.
Yeah.
And he had a great voice, and I didn't realize I had a good voice, but I did that.
Yeah.
You did it. Yeah.
I always encourage people. People are like, I wish I could sing like you. I was like, no, you sing like you.
Yeah.
And if it makes you feel good, sing away. I mean, you could be the best singer, you can be the worst singer. You just do what feels you good, because singing is a way of release. It's your own therapy, and just listening to music in general, it's your own meditation. I totally encourage people to just sing it out.
Sing it out.
Sing it out. That's right. Chanel's soaking up the limelight.
Yes, I see that. She really did enjoy your singing.
Yes, she did. She did.
All right, Laiken. Well, I so appreciate you being on today. And guys, if you get a chance to see Laiken Love and the Fellowship of Love, go out and see it. And you're going to be at the Chrysler
Dodge Jeep Ram, part of Step One Automotive, the North End, the one on Chatham Parkway, this Saturday, 11 to 2. There will be a food truck there. They're giving away meals for first responders, medical professionals, police, law enforcement. And Saturday, we're doing a virtual show, but if you just happen to pop in, we'll be at Hilton Head Lexus from 2 to 3 for the Lexus Power Hour. If you share the post on the Hilton Head Lexus page, you will be raffled. You'll be entered for the raffle for some fun Lexus swag.
No, I want to be raffled. Can I be raffled?
You're raffle. Yeah, we'll raffle you off. We're raffling everybody off.
That's right. All right. So yeah, the Hilton Head Dodge Jeep. Oh gosh, I can't even remember.
Hilton
now.
Head
Lexus
Saturday.
Okay.
Jeep Homeland.
Okay.
Jeep Homeland on Friday. So.
All right. Well, I will add. Actually, if you want to add those links into this stream, that would be perfectly fine with me, and that way people can find it easily. And you said there's going to be there's also going to be a stream of the show on Saturday.
Yes, at Hilton Head, and we're streaming from Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram North Savannah on Friday.
Excellent. And on the 28th, you and Greg will be reunited
for country at Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram North Savannah on Facebook. So it'll just be us in the building, but it'll be a virtual concert.
Perfect. Can't wait.
Yes.
All right, Laiken, you and your lovely, lovely dog have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you. I got to get all this hair off me now before I take it off.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Thanks,
we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Well, that was just sheer joy. I hope it was sheer joy for you. I am just going to be smiling for the rest of the day thinking of that song. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have a special guest. We'll have Miss Laura Osnes from Broadway's stage, and that should be a very good show. And join us the rest of the week. I have Sandra Karras, who was in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Me back at the Savannah Repertory Theater, and it's also directed at the Savannah Repertory Theater this Thursday. She will be here. And also, I have coming up this week, and I'm going to keep saying it until I remember, Chris Truslin, who has his own lovely PBS show, Songs and Stories, that we're going to be talking about. So that should be very, very sweet as well. So be sure to check this space at 1:15 every weekday for whatever I do, because I do stuff. Have a great day.